what's happening, y'all? This is Jason Ricci, and subscribe today for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of free harmonica lessons, 16 years worth. Check me out on Patreon for a little more and to support the cause. Today, we're going to be learning about minor triads in third position. Why third position? Well, because they're easier in third position and arguably they sound better. Well, what the heck is a minor triad and why do I need to learn it? Well, I mean, you don't need to do anything, but if you care about it, you might care about music, right? You might want to know some of the things and some of the names that the guys in your band they know, right? It's not going to interfere with your soul. You might be thinking, well, I just want to play soulful, right? Well, this isn't going to interfere with that. As a matter of fact, it's going to help you to play more soulful. Check it out. All right, so here's the one chord. Minor triad on the one, third position. On the four. Back to one. 5, 4, 1. Backwards. Again. 4. 1. 5. 4. 1. Now dig it. Now I'm just going to take them out of order, right? So instead of playing or backwards, I'm just going to play them kind of randomly. Cool. So yeah, these are just notes that we use to express ourselves. Terms like minor triad, minor 7, well, you know, 7th chord, major triad, those might be, you could just call those terms for happy sound, sad sound, dark sound, bluesy sound. Just mix this in with my scales. Right now, look, lots of videos are linked below, lots of videos that relate to this stuff. Just last week we discussed only one of these notes per chord. That was our root notes video last week, just one note. I'm playing octaves, but 4. Back to 1. 5. 'Cause check it out though, it can be as easy as this. take a lick and then put this new stuff you learned in. Let's try this lick. It's from my video called One Easy Third Position Lick, Endless Possibilities. Now I'm just gonna put in the minor triad that we learned with the lick. 4. Again. Now I'll mix them with like a little scale. Instead of a lick, I'll use a scale. Again. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this week's Free Friday on minor triads for blues. Okay, so listen, I said it a couple of times in the video. Don't get discouraged by the names, just things like minor triads. When I was first starting out, somebody said something like that would bring up all kinds of feelings in me. Like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm never gonna understand what that means. And then I would get defensive and I would revert back to ideas like little Walter didn't need this, or so-and-so didn't know that, or this guy doesn't know how to do that, so I don't have to either, right? Well, here's the thing. A lot of those guys, little Walter or your so-and-so, right, they can't teach you. They can't teach you how to do it. Because if they don't know the name of what it is that they're doing, they can't tell you what it is and how to do it, right? So it just comes in time, but the thing that I want you to understand is that it does come in time. It will come. The more you watch these videos, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, why am I watching this? I don't understand any of this. I'm never going to get it. You might even have that, what they call imposter syndrome. You might be sitting there and your husband or your wife is in the room with you and you're thinking, she knows I don't understand this and I know I don't understand this. Why am I doing it? Guess what? It's just like a language. It is a language and it sinks in over time. So just being part of these videos, listening along, playing, pausing, stopping, rewinding, repeating that process over and over again. Checking out other videos by people that are not me, that might explain it in a different way. They might even do the same things without explaining it, and you go, oh my God, that's what Jason was talking about in third position. That's the minor triad he was talking about right there. So check that out, right? That's the very beginning of St. James. So it starts with a minor triad. And that's the beautiful thing about this stuff. Once we learn this language, once we learn the names for these things, it makes communication so much faster and so much more efficient. Like I can say to the band, if the guitar player doesn't know how to play that lick, and he goes, how's it go again? I go, and then he plays, I can go, no. It's just a minor triad, right? And then he'll go, oh, okay. And then I'll say, hey, well, can you play that in the second octave while I play in the first? And he goes, sure. So it's just a way for efficient communication. That's it. And it takes a while for it to sink in. Lord knows it took years for me. But I didn't have the aid of videos like this, or somebody telling me that it's okay to not understand things right away. Every single time we pick up an instrument, whether we're a hobbyist or a professional, we bring with us a whole bunch of baggage. We think, okay, it's going to be fun to play harmonica. Then we pick it up and we think, oh, am I good enough? Or if somebody's listening, what do they think? Do they think I'm good enough? Am I worse than I was last week? Am I traditional enough? Am I modern enough? Am I using these triads that Jason just taught me? All of these kinds of ideas are going through our heads every single time we pick up the instrument. It's very natural. It's just part of the process of falling in love with something and having fun with it, is that sometimes we have to go through uncomfortable periods where we feel confused or just in general not so excited about it, not so confident. Sometimes we have to put in a little bit of work to keep things more exciting for the future and more wonderful, right? It's just this growth. That's all it is. It's just growth. So stick with me as we go through this process together. And let me tell you something. I'm still going through it. And I still have moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm afraid to tell this guy that I don't know how to do this, or I'm afraid that they'll know that I don't know how to do this, or whatever it is. And you know what? The best thing that I can say to myself and to everybody else sometimes is just the three most powerful words. I don't know. And then a couple more. Can you help me? Can you help me? This is what I do know. I know what a root note is. I learned that from Jason's video, right? We got to start somewhere, right? And guess what? We never, ever, ever arrive. And that's the most beautiful thing about music. We can learn all these names for these things, minor triads, whatever, right? That doesn't talk about what they do to us. That doesn't explain why they do this to us. It's still this gigantic, endless, infinite mystery of music that we all get to explore together, right? And sometimes we're going to go a little too much into our head, and sometimes we're going to go a little too much in our heart and make a mistake, right? We'll go a little too much in our head and not make any mistakes, but not sound like we're playing anything. Other times we'll go too much into our heart and we'll get carried away and we'll make a big mistake. And sometimes it won't even matter, right? That's what I want you guys to know, right? Like these minor triads, these scales, all of this stuff, these are just suggestions. This is just saying, hey, listen, this is some of the stuff I think about when I play so that I don't keep playing the same thing every night. Or that so next year I sound a little different than I did last year, right? So I don't just pick up this thing and go up and down playing the same licks over the same songs, that no matter how different the song is, I'm playing the same. Right? I want to be able to funk it up a little. Stay tuned for the credits. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Jason Ricci's YouTube channel. 16 years of incredible YouTube harmonica-related content. That's right, 16 years. At this point, over 500 free instructional videos. If you're interested in what kind of harmonicas I play, microphones, amplifiers, pedals, any harmonica-related products, please check out my sponsors. These sponsors, in one way or another, also help keep these videos going. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Blue Moon Harmonicas, bringing you the best in custom harmonicas. We got custom cover plates, custom combs. You can get your name put on it, just like me. Reed work, refurbished pre-war marine bands. Look at that, they put the little brace there, no more crushing the covers. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, very best in pedals, microphones, almost anything you need for your amplified harmonica need. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, right here out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana. We got you. Harp gear, amplifiers. They got big ones, they got small ones. You know what they sound like? They sound like the best tube amps on the market. Harp gear amplifiers out of Ocala, Florida. Pedal pad, pedal boards. Incredible custom pedal boards built to last, made by two brothers who really care. Hohner Harmonicas. A Mooncat loves the Hohner Harmonica. I like the Marine Band. I get Tom to put the little special 20 cover plates on it. He tricks them out, but they play great right out of the box. All of these sponsors are linked below in the description box. What else is linked below? Patreon. Consider becoming a Patreon patron. You'll be supporting me. You'll be supporting the cause. You'll be keeping these videos free for everybody. And you'll get a lot of extra content over at Patreon. You'll get vlogs, occasionally some extra lessons, some posts that you might not see on Facebook. A lot of stuff that I can't say or won't say here on YouTube is over on Patreon. I love my Patreon family. You guys are the best. If you're not into the monthly subscription, you can also give me a one-time tip at Venmo or PayPal below too. I'm a touring musician and I play all over the country, really all over the world with all kinds of different acts. Check out my website, www.mooncat.org. In all seriousness, YouTube, Patreon, my sponsors have absolutely changed my life. Subscribe below, set reminders for the videos. Don't miss any events. Every single Friday there's a free harmonica lesson and a lot more. Even if you're just subscribing, you're helping me a lot. Those of you that are joining me on Patreon, you guys are helping me to make better decisions with my career. In all sincerity, thank you so much, YouTube, for just an incredible outlet. It's a video diary. I get to look back at 16 years of these videos. Met a lot of new friends, some really fine musicians, made some great contacts in the industry, and it's all because of you. Thank you, my harmonica family.